Part 7 of episode 221, Fastlane continues. We're talking AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. The time that we're recording this, it's not official because it hasn't happened on SmackDown yet, but SmackDown happened last night, so it is kind of official. But we all knew it was happening anyway. I mean, Jericho just was like, I'm not going to tell you until Thursday that I'm saying yes. It's like kind of pointless. But Styles versus Jericho, two really popular names, two real big stars. Wago, I'm going to start off with you. This AJ Styles thing is obviously something you got to be paying a whole lot of attention to since you're a big mark for AJ Styles. Is this going in the right direction?
There's nothing wrong with this feud. It's actually been one of the highlights of Raw, and I don't just say that because I've got a bias for AJ. Well, maybe I do. I don't fucking know. I just work here. Anyway, so they're doing the whole each one of them's got to win over each other. Jericho's playing the borderline heel. He's frustrated because AJ beat him on his first match in. The story's fine. It's not overcomplicated. It's to the point. And hopefully they give these guys 15, 20 minutes and just let them go out there and have some fun.
I'll tell you my favorite part about this. They had AJ Styles lose. Now we don't have to go through that whole phase where he has like an undefeated streak and then he loses credibility and all that kind of shit.
Because a lot of the times these undefeated streaks don't come because they're trying to do an undefeated streak. It just comes because they've been pushing a guy strong. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you're definitely right. He doesn't have that stigma. And he kind of didn't anyway because his first night in he lost in the Rumble.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I'm definitely happy with the route that this feud's going, and especially with AJ Styles. Jericho's ideally the perfect opponent for him. They've both wrestled in Japan. They both have a variety of different styles and moves, and they're guys that aren't guilty of having the same match.
Yeah, who's in particular got a lot of different styles? Eden. See that one coming, huh?
I saw what you did there, Tony.
Wah, wah, wah.
So AJ Styles is winning this, right?
The right decision would be to do that. So obviously that means there's a possibility Jericho wins. Wishful thinking, and I think they've got something invested in AJ. So yeah, I'm going with AJ.
I'm definitely leaning towards AJ, and I think that's the right decision for them to make too. Like Jericho, you know, he could win any match, and I'll be like, all right, cool, Jericho won. Big fan of Jericho, Hall of Famer. Well, future Hall of Famer. He's got the credibility behind him. He can win any match in almost any scenario, except for maybe like Undertaker or WrestleMania type. But him beating Styles here just wouldn't be right, I don't think. Styles should have that extra little bit of oomph behind him. And, you know, Jericho losing, it's not going to hurt him. It's not going to be a situation where like nobody gives a shit about Jericho anymore. Especially because he already beat Jericho once.
That motherfucker lost to Fandango and people still cheer him. Losing to AJ Styles ain't gonna do shit.
Damn right. Drew, what do you think about Styles and Jericho? You excited for the third match between them?
Very pumped. I think this might be the match of the night, depending on how the main event goes. So I'm really looking forward to what they could do with these guys. I will not be surprised if this goes over the 20-minute mark as well, because they've invested quite a bit in this feud, if you really think about it. I know they got a Miz TV segment, which isn't much, but at the same time, they established a lot with that.
By the way, on the subject of Miz, if you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch the AJ Styles Miz match. Easily Miz's best match.
Was that on SmackDown?
No, it was on Raw, and it was a solid match.
Was it on this past Raw?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I forgot about that already. I just, this episode of Raw just, you know, in one ear and out the other with me. I don't remember like shit. So I'll have to go back and watch that one.
So yeah, I think overall this has potential to be a match of the night, and depending on exactly what these two could do, it might be an opportunity to put this name out there or this match out there for match of the year as well. I have really high hopes for this match, and I hope they exceed that, because if it sucks, I will shit on this whole pay-per-view without a doubt.
You know what? It is kind of the match which everyone's kind of looking forward to, and if it bombs, the event could bomb.
Especially if they put it early on. If this is like the second or third match of the night and it sucks, then everybody's going to be like, well, there goes the fucking Fastlane pay-per-view. And then every match that follows, it's going to be like, well, this is going to suck. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, guys. No pressure.
Yeah. Hey guys, I know one of you like barely wrestles anymore, and the other one has been out of the company for the entirety of his career. But can you like save the road to WrestleMania for us?
Save us, Y2J.
Save us, AJS.
Shut the fuck up.
I was gonna sit on that one until we got a response.
Yeah. So these guys are 1-1, right?
Yep.
So Chris Jericho is a part-time guy. I'm thinking there's no reason for him to win. They're pushing AJ Styles right now. Both of these guys are very good in the ring. You know, they're both excellent. So I agree. I think this is my pick for the match of the night. Before, you know, looking down the card, even before we started here, I thought this would probably be the match of the night. So I'm going to have to agree with Drew on that one. And all in all, I think Jericho already got his one win. So this is going to sort of settle the feud, at least hopefully. I think the win has got to go to AJ Styles.
It's funny.
So, do you guys want Styles Owens at WrestleMania?
If Sami Zayn can't wrestle Owens at this WrestleMania, then that would be my second option, yeah.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. I'd rather see Owens versus Sami, but we'll see.
So, just putting it out there, if we did have Owens and Zayn, who should Styles face?
Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Because I can think of a couple different options for some people out there, but now they've gotten to the point where I can't think of anybody else for AJ Styles.
Maybe like a Sheamus? I don't know.
Like, I'd be cool with Jericho versus Ambrose.
I think Styles and Sheamus could actually have a good match.
Possibly. I don't know. Like, Sheamus is another one. Like, what the hell are they going to do with him at WrestleMania? That's going to be... But, I do think we're getting Owens and Styles. And I'm kind of curious now if Jericho's going to be around for WrestleMania. Wouldn't be surprised if he isn't.
He hasn't fully turned heel yet. There's still a chance that he turns heel, aligns with The Miz, and feuds with AJ going into Mania.
I don't know. I'm not expecting Jericho to stick around much longer after Fastlane. Unless you guys have heard otherwise, I wouldn't expect to see him on WrestleMania. I think he's just going to sort of...
But you
with
can't buy into it.
With how little name power they've got right now, I think they probably will keep him for Mania.
They should, at the very least.
Hmm.
But
I
then
wouldn't be
again, I mean,
surprised
we're
either
looking at
way.
a company that kind of looks at things as like, well, we got that one guy, we're good. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised either way. And I think that the fact that we don't know for sure that Jericho's going to WrestleMania just proves that he's losing this match. Because why keep him around? Why have him beat AJ Styles, you know, and go away right after Fastlane? No point. So any other thoughts while we wrap this up?
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
All
Tony.
right.
Tony, it's AJ Styles.
How'd you spell that?
AJ Styles.
Oh, let's see. How would I spell that? How about I just say it again, but I yawn in the middle of it?
No, bullshit. I spelled AJ correctly. I don't care what you say, Tony.
So how do you spell that last part? Oh, it's simple. It's just Stazu.
All right, everybody, we're going to continue on in part 8 with the Divas Championship match.
Fuck this show in the ass.